and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about my most owned authors. I've watched several of these in the past because it is one of my favorite types of videos to watch. Some people have done like auto-buy top authors, but these are literally authors that I own the most books from. So they're not necessarily auto-buy authors. A lot of them are. If I have multiple copies of something from one author, I am counting that in my total because I had to still buy it. A little caveat to this as well. In order to make the list, I had to have books from multiple series from the author. So if I have one series that has 5 books in it, but that's the only thing I read by them, I'm not counting it because it's not like it's a most owned author. They just happen to have a longer series. So I had to have at least 2 series, 2 works, whatever, by the author in order to be counted on this list. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. I have quite a few authors on my list that have 5 books on my shelf. And first we have Tahereh Mafi, of which I have the 3 books a part of the Shatter Me trilogy and the novella bind-up Unite Me. I also have her middle grade work, Furthermore. Next on my list, also with 5 books, is Colleen Hoover. I have It Ends With Us, November 9, Confess, Ugly Love, and Maybe Someday. Next, also with 5 books, we have Morgan Matson. I have Second Chance Summer, Amy and Roger's Epic Detour, The Unexpected Everything, Since You've Been Gone, and Broken Hearts, Fences, and Other Things to Men, which is technically by Katie Finn, but Katie Finn is another pen name for Morgan Matson, therefore I'm counting it because they are written by one person. Next, with 6 books on my shelf, I have Marie Lu. I have the 3 books in the Young Elites trilogy, as well as the 3 books in the Legends trilogy. Next, with 7 books on my shelf, I have Marissa Meyer. I own the 4 books in the Lunar Chronicles series, as well as the prequel novel Fairest, the novella bind-up Stars Above, and her standalone novel Heartless. Also 7 books on my shelf, I have Richelle Mead, which I have the 6 books in the Vampire Academy series, and the first book in the Glittering Court trilogy, which is the Glittering Court. Next on my list, also 7 books, is Stephenie Meyer. I have the 4 books in the Twilight Saga, the Eclipse novella, The Short Second Life of Bree Tanner, the official illustrated guide, and her standalone novel, The Host. Next, with 8 books, we have Sarah J. Maas. I have the first 2 books in the A Court of Thorns and Roses series, the first 5 books in the Throne of Glass series, and the Assassin's Blade, which is the bind-up of the 5 Throne of Glass novellas. Next, with 19 books, we have Nicholas Sparks. And I have almost every single book he's written. The Notebook, Message in a Bottle, A Walk to Remember, The Rescue, A Bend in the Road, The Guardian, The Wedding, True Believer, At First Sight, The Choice, Nights in Rodanthe, 3 Weeks with My Brother, The Longest Ride, See Me, The Best of Me, Safe Haven, The Lucky One, The Last Song, and Dear John. Next on my list with 20 books, we have Cassandra Clare. And there's no way I can hold all of her books in one pile, so I'm going to show you them individually. We have the 6 books in the Mortal Instruments series, the 3 books in the Infernal Devices trilogy, the 3 books in the Infernal Devices trilogy in the new paperback editions, the first book in the Dark Artifices series, Lady Midnight, the Shadowhunters Codex, the movie tie edition of City of Bones, the Barnes & Noble Special Collector's Edition, City of Bones, the 2 bind-ups for the Shadowhunter Chronicles, the Bane Chronicles, and Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy, and the first 2 books in the Magisterium series, which is co-written by Holly Black and Cassandra Clare. And my top 2 spots are tied both at 24 books apiece, and the first one is J.K. Rowling. I have those 7 books in the Harry Potter series in the original US hardcovers. Holy crap, this is heavy. You can put it down now. I have the 7 books in the Harry Potter series in the new US paperback editions. I have my original copy of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I have Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, parts 1 and 2, which is arguably not written by J.K. Rowling, but we're going to include it. Then I have the illustrated edition of both Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone and Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Then I also have the first 2 books in the Cormoran Strike series written by Robert Galbraith, which is a pen name for J.K. Rowling. And the number 1 author on my list, you probably have already guessed, Rick Riordan, of which I own 24 books. I have the 5 books in the Percy Jackson Olympian series in their original paperback covers. I have Percy Jackson Olympian series in the new paperback covers. I have the 5 books in the Heroes of Olympus series. I have the 3 books in the Kane Chronicles. I have the first book in the Trials of Apollo series. I have the first 2 books in the Magnus Chase and Gods of Asgard trilogy. I also have 3 tie-in novels. The Demigod Files, which is a part of the Percy Jackson Olympian series. Demigods and Magicians, which is the crossover stories from Percy Jackson and the Kane Chronicles. And Hotel Valhalla Guide to the Norse Worlds, which is a companion to the Magnus Chase books. So those are my top 10 most owned authors. I would love to know who your most owned authors are. Tell me in the comments down below if you have any of the same ones. Do you own more than 24 books from one author? I'd love to know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, I'll talk to you very soon. Bye!